normally when Democrats attack, what Republicans do is they circle the wagons. And they counterattack, they make the Democrats take back their attack, bow their heads, apologize, etc., right? This time, the attack by President Obama against Mitt Romney on this issue of the tax returns, the outsourcing, Bain, etc., has been so sustained, so vicious, so effective that even Republicans are bailing and saying, oh, man, I got Mitt Romney on that one. Here is veteran Republican strategist John Weaver, quote, "There is no whining in politics. Stop demanding an apology. Release your tax returns."
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
Oh, that hurts coming from your own guys. Say, stop whining. Of course, it reminds everybody of the quote, there's no crying in baseball, right? There's no crying in politics. And in fact, President Obama's team mockingly sent out a video to the press of Mitt Romney saying the most over-the-top, outlandish things about President Obama, about how he is going to destroy freedom and the whole concept of America if he's reelected. And basically the Obama team asking, you want us to apologize? After you said all that about us, you want us to apologize. Here's the apology I got for you. Nothing, right? Now, it's not just John Weaver. Republican governor of Arkansas puts out this statement initially during the National Governors Association. If you have things to hide, then maybe you're doing things wrong. I think you ought to be willing to release everything to the American people. Now, we saw that at the end of last week, and our producer, J.R. Jackson, said, tick, 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 until he retracts that, right? And here comes the retractment. I release my tax returns every year, and I just think that everyone should do that. You know, I did not call on him to do that. I just said that's what I do, and I said I just might be the only public official in Alabama that does that. But I do that every year. I just think it gets an issue behind you when you go ahead and do it. In other words, yes, I definitely said that. Yes, I got my ass handed to me by the Romney team, and now this is my somewhat retraction. But the bottom line is the damage is done. You've got all these Republicans, but they're not done. Wait till you get a little of the conservative commentators. And this is also unprecedented that they would do this. So first of all, let's go with Bill Kristol, video number 5 here. Bill Kristol saying he should release his tax returns. Watch.
And here's what he should do. He should release the tax returns tomorrow. It's crazy. You've got to release 6, 8, 10 years of back tax returns. Take the hit for a day or two, and then give a serious speech on Thursday in which he says, okay, we've had this ridiculous picayune debate about when I took my leave from Bain and when I didn't, and you can now look to my tax returns. Now let's have a debate about capitalism. Let's have a debate about business, and let's have a debate about jobs. And here is what I am proud of having done, and I will defend and strengthen business in this country, and businesses help make this country great. And here's my agenda going forward, which is a free market agenda. I'm critical of crony capitalism. I'm for democratic capitalism. He has to give a big speech in defense of capitalism, and that will elevate, I think, this race above this tactical back and forth, which I do think he's on the margin losing.
Saying that he's losing? When's the last time you heard that on Fox News? Losing the debate? Back on his heels? He should release his tax returns?
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
When Fox News does this to you, when Bill Kristol does this to you. But they're not done. Here comes George Will on ABC saying the same thing.
The Romney campaign saying President Obama is trying to distract from a failed record. Who's winning this argument?
Mitt Romney's losing at this point in a big way. If something's going to come out, get it out in a hurry. I do not know why, given that Mr. Romney knew the day that McCain lost in 2008 that he was going to run for president again, that he didn't get all of this out and tidy up some of his offshore accounts and all the rest. He's done nothing illegal, nothing unseemly, nothing improper, but lots that's impolitic. And he's now in the politics business.
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
Longest conservative commentator on television saying there, you are losing. You got to release the tax returns. You're in big, big trouble if you don't do this. Now, what they keep saying and adding is, well, I mean, if you release it, there would be no problems. But that's not true. You don't know that at all. You think that he's taken all of this political damage because there isn't anything bad in those tax returns? Are you kidding me? My guess is that the amount of taxes he paid in a lot of those years was minuscule. Here is a gigantically wealthy man hiding all of his money in Bermuda, the Cayman Islands, Switzerland, Luxembourg, etc., and paying almost no taxes. How un-American is that? How unpatriotic is that? And what are you doing with foreign bank accounts? And why are you hiding your money there? Of course they're not going to release the tax returns, because it's even worse than what he's going through right now. And how's all this playing out, George Will? Go ahead.
The Republicans have now nominated someone from the financial sector at a time when the financial sector is an extremely bad odor. Hardly a day goes by. The Libor scandal, TARP that conditioned the country to believe that we're allowing the banks to keep profits private and socializing losses. All of this conditions the atmosphere in which this is occurring.
Oh, you've got a bad odor, Mitt.
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
Man, now they're just saying you flat out stink. They're like, what do we do? Why do we take Mr. Wall Street, Mr. Richie Rich, who's hiding all of his money, who fired all those people? Why did we make him our candidate in a time where everybody's panicked about outsourcing and getting fired and how much they hate Wall Street? What have we done? I love it. Now, finally, the Republicans send out Ed Gillespie, the Romney campaign does, to explain the discrepancy between 1999 and 2002, that time period. Why did you have all these different filings? Jesus, when were you running Bain or you're not running Bain? Wait till you get a load of this explanation. Watch.
Why is there such a discrepancy? You can understand how people would think, that looks funky. We were coming off a time, Ed, as you well know, where people think that Wall Streeters and investment bankers get away with everything. Doesn't this add to that?
You know, Governor Romney took a leave of absence from his company to go save the Olympics. He took a leave of absence, and in fact, he ended up not going back at all and retired retroactively to February of 1999 as a result.
Oh, that's horrible. I can't believe they sent him out to say that. Retired retroactively? So you're telling me, no. All of this, there's no discrepancies. Because before, when we said he retired, that was true. And when we said he was active, it was also true. It's just that the retirement came retroactively after being actively involved, which we said he wasn't. Oh, that's a terrible explanation. Oh, my God.
I'm hurt, dog. Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
If you're going to retire retroactively, do you have any idea how hurt he is? That means they're desperate. They got nothing. They had this big meeting over the weekend. They're like, oh my God, Romney's bleeding from the ear. What are we going to do, right? He's got the kidney problems from all the body blows. What are we going to do? We're going to send this guy out to give this embarrassing explanation. Embarrassing. Retired retroactively. Oh, come on. In the immortal words of Hank Williams Jr., come on. Nobody believes that. And you look like a liar and you look like a hypocrite. You know why you look like that? Because you are one.